podcast: feminism, obviously, first off, and then science. And we've been nailing the feminism part from out of the gate. Yeah, but now we finally got to the science.
If we could just knock out a few more,
you know what I think it is?
Off the
I think it's
table.
the glasses.
Oh, it's definitely the glasses.
Those are science man glasses, for sure.
I'm a freak in these glasses.
Yeah.
You did go from 70s Phil to like
synth
album
fuck
Phil
with
really
like
fast.
do you fuck completely naked but just with the glasses?
Just with the glasses.
Thank you.
And I put pieces of duct tape right here so they got silver streaks on both sides.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice. That's good luck. That's what I'm going to be thinking about tonight.
Oh man, we have the same kind of rules on the pod I do with my buddies. It's rule number 2 is we don't hate women, and that's a big part of it. Rule number 5 is you know what?
How many rules do you
Stoney
have?
Baloney pod.
That's a lot.
How many rules?
5.
Do you guys recite them every?
Rule number 2 is we don't hate women, and then rule number 2B is we don't say the C word, cunt, because then we all chant because we don't hate women.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And rule number 3 is if you say something to
cunty, then
you have to say something nice. Yeah. If you say something mean, you got to say something nice. Rule number 4 is be funny. Rule number 5 is no edibles.
No edibles.
To an extent, yeah. Marcus and I broke that.
Yeah, of course.
And then Justin had to carry that episode.
No, he was drunk. It was we did 2 or 3.
Good one.
Yeah. Did you ever release that one?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We don't think we've ever taped anything that we haven't released. We've cut a lot of Israel-Palestine talk.
Why? It's so popular.
We keep it in
Marcus
there,
has
but
a lot of good opinions on that.
oh, we kill it, dude. People call our podcast informative, which is crazy to me because I'm like, if you're getting any information from this podcast,
that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Where's the? Yeah, can you grab the other fan as well? Hell yeah!
This is an immaculate setup.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your studio, sir? No. No, you're just producing the mean. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. That's cool.
Honestly, we found him outside, and the headphones fit.
This is Taylor Gordon's studio.
We went,
So Michael Ridley records here. Lemaire records here.
Yeah. I mean, the equipment is all state of the art. That's why I'm like,
it's real good.
Sure, I'm like talking this way and still picking up. So that's nuts to me.
Yeah.
We did it. We hold.
I mean, you were there.
Still.
We literally went from iPhones in the corner of the room that weren't on half of the time, which is why nobody's seen your first episode.
Right.
And
we should
the microphones that we have. Yeah, constantly. We'll have clips. Yeah, but and then also microphones that were just like $100 microphones that I got that were cheap. Yeah, to this literally just immediately step up.
These don't. There's no noise
from
these when you move them around. Nothing changes. My God, I wish I was rich.
We're not rich by any means.
We're not.
Yeah,
it's affordable.
Yeah,
it's affordable.
It is. Yeah, this is legit.
Hell yeah.
Taylor's a comic too, so he gets it.
Yeah. JJ, you know JJ, Greg DePaul's roommate. He's not a comic. He's just a producer as well.
Okay.
And he's doing ours right now, like kind of pro bono, but it's I pay him in other ways. And then he also does What the Fuck Is Going On. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we make sure to always just show up and get him really high. But he likes to do it. It's weird. I don't know. But we promised him a fair share of the podcast.
That means he also sees the potential in it, understands that. He's down with getting in on the ground floor. And if it's something that blows up, he could either be the Jamie of your podcast, or he has it on his resume to go be able to work at another studio. Hey, I produced this successful podcast and this successful man on the street interview.
He calls it Fuku Monkey Studios. He produces a couple of other things.
Cool.
But out of his apartment living room.
Nice.
Yeah. It's good. We shoot ours on an iPhone.
It looks good.
I'm going to bring my Sony next time and be like, run that. Make it see if it.
Why not?
Massive file for an hour-long 4K shot.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
If you can't get the camera to not overheat as well.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of work, but
it takes a lot of work.
It does.
Fucking worth it.
Yeah.
But man, that
it's a lot of
good.
It's a lot of things that have nothing to do with comedy or what we're trying to do that you have to think about to make this shit work.
I mean, this is the motif of my fucking week. Thank God it's Sunday. Is the conversation of comedy turns into a full-time job so fast.
It's good though. I'd rather do that than fucking. At least I'm working for myself.
Right.
There's some flexibility to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I care about it.
Yeah.
It's just something we didn't realize. It's the same as when you're like, I want to be an NFL player because you see them playing on Sundays, but you don't realize all the ins and outs that go into that leading up to Sunday. You know what I mean? And that's all we're doing. That's what we're doing is we're studying game plans and doing practices. But for us, that's doing all the ins and outs of promoting my podcast or promoting my show, of making sure I get booked or making timestamps. Like that's all the little shit that we have to do to. But at least until we're at a point where we can afford somebody else to be able to go make the fucking do everything for us.
Our Monday through Saturday is 10 years long.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
you get to play the one game.
Yeah,
Did you see you can make the stats happen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it also unfortunately puts a weird perspective towards what we do for most people who don't understand it, because it seems like anytime one of us does well or takes off or something, out from the outside visually, it's like, well, you were doing nothing because there's no college, there's no high school, you know what I'm saying? There's no build up. Oh, we've seen you do that at a lower level. It's just like, you've never heard of me, and then I'm everywhere. And there's an assumption that it's like, that's actually how it happens. Yeah, it's like you walk up and you're like, one time I sat down, and then everybody's like, give them everything. Like, and that's not how it happens for literally, even people who do get lucky early on. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of shit that people don't see, won't ever care about, and also it's the stuff that nobody would want to do, which is why it's the pathway to fucking.
I'd say 1 out of 100 working comics gets that lucky. Gets the
maybe one out of
slingshot opportunity.
Yeah,
1 of 100 working guys, and that's not including the riffraff, like just guys who are just kind of depending on the part of their income for comedy. Yeah, I'd say it's slim. Everybody else is just it's a job.
Yep, and it going into it, it's probably a decade of what we're doing right now before it looks any different.
Right. He's like, then it gets so big you have to pay someone else to make it their problem for 10% of it.
The advantage that the three of us have, though.
Exactly, a little slice.
Yeah.
The advantage the three of us have, though, is that we recognize that it is a business and we're willing to work and know that it is. Because a lot of people get into this because they're like, I don't want to work a regular job. Probably us included, but still understand that, like, but this is a business and you have to do work. Yeah, then you find out
real quick, if you want to make it actually successful.
Or you get so deep, my situation, you get so deep in, you realize I can't go back. I've already come this far.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yes.
Like,
now I'm a failure if I stop.
I've been chasing this rainbow and it hasn't rained in years.
My wife basically said that to me. Like, we were talking about, I was, just at some point, I think it was right before we went on the Denver trip, and I was just like, this is, just kind of a crazy, like, getting paid to go out of state to do comedy. It was the first time, and it was kind of exciting. And I just made some comment, and she was like, "Oh, you have no choice. There's no going back." Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck."
You're past the point of no return.
Like I knew I felt that way, but somebody who was,
because none of us can go back to whatever job it was that we were doing before this.
Not a chance.
You can do it hatefully and resentfully for the rest of your life, and fucking be mean to everybody.
The short rest of your life.
Yeah.
Until you sell used cars. Yeah. Sell the fuck out of some used cars. That's what I'm like, okay, man, you're not doing comedy. Like, say if I got like my girl pregnant right now with twins. Like one kid, I'm still doing comedy. I'm gonna make this work. Twins, all right, buddy, you're selling used cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would go, I'd be like, all right, but dude, you got good enough at comedy to be like, I'm gonna sell the fuck out of these used cars. Every day, wake up, be like, I'm about to give the gift of gab to these motherfuckers like they've never heard it.
This
2012 Toyota Corolla can drive itself, bitch.
I was good at selling cars before I got good at this. I can't imagine how good I would be now.
You sold cars before this?
Yeah.
Nice.
All three of us have the potential to be at least working road comics and make like a normal 9 to 5 person level living, one vacation a year to, Galveston, whatever type living, and be able to support a family doing that.
Yeah.
But we also all have potential for more than that too, I think. So it's just a matter of knowing that and then making sacrifices other people aren't willing to make.
I read a math the other day, and it blew my mind that it was, if you sell 90 tickets at $20 a piece, right?
$1,800.
That's, if you can put together a weekend of shows and sell $30 a tickets to each show, that's all you need to do. You can make 15. That's not including your merch sales. That's a good living doing stand-up comedy.
Yes.
So it's not unfeasible at all. It's a matter of just booking the fucking brewery gig. Every single night for the weekend, you roll into fucking Albuquerque. That's what I'm doing this week. Going to Albuquerque. We're doing like a brewery gig on Friday, and then a Saturday for the show.
Are you going with Jordan?
Yeah.
Very nice. We found a little theater in Belton, the town that I live in, way the fuck north of here. and did a show there. Did great. We had like 70 people show up, and that was like that eye-opening moment of like, oh fuck, you can just find a place, and especially for that, and also, and this was the thing we were talking about, like we don't have a draw.
Sure.
None of us are names
to bring people in.
Yeah.
But if you go to a place like that doesn't have a scene, but still has people who like, you can like literally us, we can bring a show there and people will come like.
Right. That's the schism of pull and push marketing. Is like if you go to a place that doesn't have any like supply for a demand, you don't have to. You don't like push marketing turns into pull. You're just like, or pull marketing turns into push marketing in a weird way where it's like. You don't have to actually tell people. You just tell them it's happening, and they want to come.
Oh, and that was it. Literally, we didn't do any online advertising at all. It was just in person. Like we went to a few businesses and put
insane.
up.
70 tickets is nuts.
Yeah, we had a couple of businesses do like a. If you buy tickets, you get 10% off your meal. Just like little stuff, literally just local door-to-door shit.
Yeah.
Have everybody put up the flyer, and then we just sold tickets from that. It was
That's a great note, dude. If I ever start planning out road gigs, it'd be great to like get the local guy to be like, hey, I'm gonna send these to Office Depot. You pick them up and you post them, and you're gonna do 10 minutes. Also, I need you to bring your entire family and everyone you've ever known from high school.
Everybody, all of them.
So you can bomb for 6 minutes.
But there's so many little towns like that around the country with breweries and little theaters that
little spots like that
need that.
I started in Huntsville, Texas, dude. At one point, I was that kid that was like, bring your whole family, and I was like, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll work with you for a fucking what now would be considered like just the roadiest of road dogs, living out of his Ford Transit. That was like my first ever paid gig, and I thought I was like on the way.
You're there.
Yeah.
That's not even true. That was the second gig. First gig was for a halftime show at a burlesque show. So I was like in between oil wrestling and stripping. I got to go up for 5 while they mopped up the oil and be like, hey, I got a dog named Pickles, and let me tell you, when he gets out, it's funny.
I'm in a pickle.
Yeah, I'm in a pickle. Fucking terrible. You did pretty good, man. We got this headliner coming through next week.
Speaking of oily, how about the Middle East? Yeah.
It's 2018. I'm up there. Pre-COVID. Everyone's happy. Everyone's drinking. No one knows.
Oh, yeah. Nobody knows what's coming.
The good old days.
Yeah, we'll drive 3 hours to go see our son perform stand-up comedy. And they're like the 7 of the 12 people there. My whole family.
But that's another thing, too, is...
that memory. I'm glad you pulled him out of that. He almost got lost.
Yeah, I know. That's why
it hit me. I had a memory. It was the bar was notorious. It was like a terrible karaoke.
He's about to unrepress.
No, he's going back. He's going back.
It's like the owner was a creep. I remember this so bad. He made me build the stage for the show. He was a creep. He would like let minors in all the time to drink, and he threw a fit about my little brothers coming in when they drove all the way down. And his bartender said, "You don't have a problem letting minors in here any other fucking day of the week."
Oh shit!
And there he was like red-handed caught.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, come on in, let him drink too. Fuck it.
He was pouring you drinks.
Yeah, just crazy shit.
Fuck. That's hilarious.
Yeah, pull me
and
out
also,
of it now.
like,
though.
what are you gonna say to that?
Yeah,
Let the kid drink.
2018, pull me out. Yeah. It's getting thicker.
Something that we've been talking about a lot lately is when this dream got pitched to us, this town, to move here and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was like supposed to be the new comedy mecca. This is the new comedy store. This will be the new LA,
Right.
And it is a place where we can come and grow and get like some booked gigs on the weeknights and stuff.
Sure.
But now that all these people are here, and a lot people that are better than us, than the COVID crew that came here.
Oh yeah, you feel that push down pretty directly.
Oh, we're not getting as many weekends.
Yeah. As soon as a new crew of like.
Oh fuck! I wasn't even talking about the crew. I was just talking about the new good guy that just moved to town. You're like, all right, well there goes a couple spots out of my.
Yeah, exactly.
Once every couple months.
Yeah.
And you talk about crews, shit. When a state moves here, you're like,
which happens every few months,
Florida and then Pennsylvania.
But you gotta let them have that. You gotta let them have that dream that we all talked about. You can't. You're sitting there going like, oh fuck, my spots are going away. But you're also like, oh, they're having their 3-month kumbaya.
Exactly. And those spots will come back because I'm not going anywhere.
It'll start getting distributed again. Redistributed.
Or they'll start producing shows, and then thus more stage time for the entire scene. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Yeah, in the long term, it works out. Yeah. In like intermediately, it does feel like a rush to be able to get to anything sometimes. But
there's a momentum shift for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it evens back out. Same as when Mothership opened up. You know what I mean? There was a huge momentum shift. Everything changed for a while, and now things have settled back down a little bit. You know, everything's kind of back to balanced out, right?
Yeah.
But what I was saying is when this got pitched to all of us, first of all, it wasn't really us that it was getting pitched to. It was Tony Hinchcliffe and Duncan Trussell and Theo Vaughn and Shane Gillis. And it wasn't to move to Austin to live and die off comedy. It was Austin's a great centralized location in the middle of the country where it's only a couple hour flight to LA or only a couple hour flight to the East Coast.
And got good food in the airport.
And they got great food in the airport.
Exactly.
Lines are short.
What else do you need?
Take that
exactly. Yeah, the Austin airport is easy peasy.
Yeah.
But it's important not to get caught up in living and dying off of like being an Austin comic and doing like because you're not gonna live and die off $30 spots, $50 spots. You got to get out there on the road, create opportunities for yourself, produce a show, even if it's just in Texas. There's so much in Texas to just have a Texas circuit. You don't ever have to leave the state to make, I think, a living.
The transplant aspect is something that it's weird to me. Like you're from Texas, right? Where are you from?
I mean, I came here.
He
from
said
San
that
Jose.
aggressively, dude. He said that like,
once
where
I
are you
find
from?
out,
Yeah,
where are you from?
where
you entered the
where
vetting
are you
process,
from,
buddy.
Not from around here. I came here from San Jose, but I started in Atlanta.
Yeah, he got chewing tobacco suddenly. There's a spittoon over there.
It's chaw, first of all.
Oh shit. That's funny. Yeah, no, it's like I'm from here. I was born and raised in Texas. Went to school in Houston. Grew up in North Texas. Went to school in Houston, and then went back to North Texas, where I really got my feet going in comedy, and then came down here 3 years ago. And it's like, okay, well, I've lived in now. It's cool to be like, oh, I'm like an adult, and I've lived in every major Texas city. That's really cool as a Texan, but also as an adult that does comedy. I'm like, all my friends, all you all included, you're not from here, and y'all moved here, and y'all are like, this is a good place, this is headquarters. But I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out.
I need to get the fuck out of here to anywhere else.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die a Texan no matter what, I guess. But like, I'm gonna be born on the dirt and die in the dirt. Holy shit! I need to.
Do you feel like you need to go to? That's why I chose coming. That's why I was always like LA.
That's why I chose coming.
I can't leave my family. I feel like I just couldn't leave my family.
Yeah.
I don't ever make enough money to be like, if I could afford to fly back. But then, dude, I mean, I love being able to go just there.
Yeah.
But I guess it's 3 hours either way. I could hop on a plane.
I think for me it was, I couldn't go do New York because at least when I first came out here, like if I went to New York, that's too close to home. It's too easy to quit. It's too easy to come back. Where like coming out here is I really went all in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what you're experiencing is like it's too easy for you to go back. You need to go to New York or somewhere like that and get out for a while.
Right. And
It's not easy to just, where you can't just walk home or catch a train home if things really come down to that.
Yeah. But it's like Austin's such a good HQ. It's like, why stop paying rent here when I could just go to those? Like, I absorb the places I go so like I'm a fucking sponge when I go because I'm like, I am from here. I'm not like that guy.
But also ultimately, like that's what we're all aiming for. So like I feel like that's a feeling that will ease up when you are more on the road than you are here.
Yeah,
That's true too.
I think this fall is what we're planning on for the podcast. Is like get us on the road to build like publicity tours, essentially build the following or the listenership, and then just try to keep that moving. Yeah.
Same as us. We've been looking at doing like a fall thing as well.
Yeah.
Like end of the year.
Yeah.
East Coast and then Southwest run.
It's like, well, I don't know what else to do. You know, it's like you can only put out so many clips; they can only go so well. And then,
Exactly.
People
you
who like
reach,
your clips,
and ultimately, in order for those things to expand and you know have success and go viral or whatever, to bring more people in, enough people have to be seeing it initially and promoting it for that to work anyway. So you got to have people who are already following you and are invested in what you're doing. Yeah.
Rule number 1 of our podcast, you're not gonna believe this. I just remembered it. It's no Austin comedy.
Nice.
Our producer won't let us talk about it. He hates it.
That's funny.
He's like, no, don't.
There's
talk
a little
about
button on the side.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Luckily, we didn't. You just reminded me because we were talking about Austin so much.
I don't know. I used to be kind of hard on us about that, about like Are we really a podcast with comedians talking the process of comedy? But
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
By,
First
by
of all,
used to, he means 2 episodes.
No, I mean, like we talk about things that are directly about the Oscar. Like we talk about a comic or like an incident that happened. We're like, we can't talk about that.
yeah, don't talk about like comedy drama.
Keeping
That's
your
dumb.
audience. That's the other thing about traveling though too is you keep your perspective open, so you understand that like, okay, listeners in Wisconsin don't give a shit about legal weed because they're nowhere near it, and then it's. Stuff like that is so interesting.
In Austin, you can get away with saying pretty much anything. But then when I went out to Denver and Boulder, I discovered that I have to word shit a little bit differently, or just not bring up certain subjects or topics, or be much more creative than I was being.
Yeah, I just
It
did.
It just pulls, yeah.
Yeah, it should just be blasting you. I just did a couple of nights in Asheville and Atlanta. This last weekend, and I had literally there was a bit that I've been working on, and I specifically did not do it in my set in Asheville because I knew how it would go, and then I did it in Atlanta and it crushed, and it's just there shit like that you realize like.
I made fun of the crowd I was with last night because they go, anyone here from Austin? No one applauds. I go, whoa, okay. Where y'all from? Start shouting it out. A lot of people are from Brooklyn. I go, see, I can't do jokes. I go up there and my fat ass tells jokes about drive-thrus, and y'all don't have drive-thrus up in New York. And I go, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I go, watch this. I go, what? I tell a joke about the drive-thrus, and they fucking die laughing. I go, okay, so is just location? Which is such I think how many comics have said location as like a punch, and it works so well every time.
Yeah.
It's because I'm like, okay, so like what? You're around cars now, so you think about it. I don't know. You go talk about gas stations in New York. People are like, what are you fucking talking about, buddy? We
ride the train.
It's like, okay, I'm sorry. You ever been walking in waterproof shoes and been like, hey, I'm walking here. Fuck those people.
Yeah, it's also like it's funny that there are things.
You should just do a reel where it's just people losing their shit like that.
Yeah.
Highlight.
Yeah.
We used to smoke out of this.
I remember.
We were going to do that where it was just like highlights of people's reactions to Marvin. Like every 10 episodes.
Thank God it's the highway from here to my house.
Yeah.
Sir, you're driving 25 miles an hour right now.
It's also a good thing that this is legal CBD.
Shit, fuck yeah.
Yes.
What do y'all think about the new
50 state
deschedulization?
legal.
Down to Schedule 3.
I'm happy about it.
I think so too. I think I'm a bit.
It's a necessary first step.
Yep.
Right.
I'll be excited about it when it leads to the next steps.
I think that needs to. I love Oklahoma. I love the way they do it. I don't think they nailed the farming aspects of it because they've ended up with some like impurity apparently. Mm-hmm. But they, I like their legalization. I think their laws because it's like it's medical only, and but anyone can get the medical license. But it keeps it safe. It keeps it regulated because it's medical. But also, this is the big kicker: as a medicinal patient, you have the right to treat anywhere. You can smoke weed on the corner. It's not like drinking a beer. If it's recreational, public intoxication becomes things. But like with your smoke, like you can tell me I can go outside in a movie theater or whatever, smoke a joint, come back, and no one can say anything because I'm dosing my medication. Yep. And I think that's an interest. That's like a freedom because it treats the plant with more respect in a weird way. And I think that's neat.
Yeah, I like the idea of having both in any legal market.
True. I guess because
access to both because there are just going to be people who don't care about going through the process and because the other thing is medicinal it's a tax break,
right?
So whereas recreational they're making a lot of money and anytime you got tourists coming into town and that's the other thing, so for it to be worth it for a state to legalize recreational is what makes them the tax money.
Right.
So having both options, I think, is probably the best solution for selling it to states that are hesitant. But I moved to California when it was medicinal, and then it changed to recreational while I was there, and it got worse. Yeah. Everything is worse when medicinal. In that case, medicinal basically went away.
Yeah,
like like you can get a state medical card, but it's a very, very difficult process. It's hard to get. And recreational is just literally, you can get delivery anywhere you are. You can just get weed. So it doesn't, most people don't go through that process because it's a pain in the ass. But again, it made like tax on weed in California is 35%.
That's nuts.
Which is
Colorado.
Fucking insane. But the prices are higher too. Like Colorado evens it out because their weed is cheap. And so you're paying a higher tax. But there you're paying like street price.
Right.
Like insane numbers, and then also it's
last time I was in LA, it was definitely the priciest it's ever been.
It's fucking
New York's pretty bad. New York has
pretty pricey.
That's
in Vegas.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, Vegas is tough too.
Vegas was rough. Yeah.
What the problem now is the shit being sold as weed that's not. It's just
Yeah, that too.
In Vegas, it was a big issue.
One of the joints that I got in Vegas was a THCA, and then I got a whole bundle in fucking Colorado that were THCA, and didn't you get a whole bag?
Yeah, fucking ounce.
Yeah.
I think it's harsher smoke. I think that stuff smokes a little harsher.
It does.
Yeah. I guess they say
and it doesn't
trim it sooner or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And so it doesn't end up developing as much. So it's not as strong either. But it's much harsher.
Stuff looks crazy.
And it also gets dry real fast because it's not like.
That's fun.
Resinous.
It's fun. Nothing gives me better than flower though. Just the whole plant. Give it to me.
Yeah. Anything else I smoke, I also want to smoke flower.
Yeah.
Like if I hit a dab, that's fine, but I'm also gonna want to smoke.
It takes the edge off.
Yeah.
The owner of CNN smokes a joint every day.
Is that true?
Yeah, apparently he smokes a joint at the end of every day. Interesting.
It's like his glass of wine.
Current owner or original?
Probably the original.
Ted Turner?
I think that's correct, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks out over his giant Montana ranch.
Yeah.
Smokes a big fat doob. That sounds tremendous.
At one point,
just like this.
And I think it was like 15 years ago this changed. But
looking
at
all
one
his
point,
child soldiers, imagine he has child soldier security.
Ted Turner owned a strip of land from Canada all the way to Mexico.
Really?
Straight up through all of the states. Like he owned a chunk of land that he could literally walk from Mexico to Canada on his land.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like late 90s, early 2000s when he owned TBS and CNN and was like.
Was there a reason for it? Did he want to build like a.
He owns
flex
like 85% of the population of bison in the United States.
Oh, wow.
Because the population was almost decimated. He bought all of that land and then literally like brought the bison back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Guy likes bisons.
But also now he's got a restaurant where you can get a bison burger, which is kind of
that's a little
counterintuitive.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Well, because they were
he was like, oh fuck, they keep making more of them, and then it was just a problem.
Yeah, they have to start killing these things
with all of the fucking land,
and then of
he
course,
still was running out of space, and he was like, you know what we could do?
Yeah, we could monetize this.
Yes. Huh. It is delicious.
I would like to see a
bison meat is very yummy. It's like just like lean beef.
Lean beef. Mm-hmm. They don't do like a 73-27. They do like
they should
85-15 and up.
Oh, it's like 90. It's 90.
90-10. Yeah. 93-7.
Yeah, it might even be like a 96-4. You ever seen one of those?
Right.
The top shelf.
It's a blue
top shelf beef. Oh fuck. Oh, he has seen it. Yeah. You know what
I used to work the meat department, buddy. I used to freak out over that shit. I used to go into work like still
used to hide that shit in the front.
Yeah. Be like going to work high as shit, or be like hearing cows moo and the fucking walk in, be like,
oh yeah,
sit here hucking boxes of brisket. There's pigs oinking behind me. Oh, my coworker, he was like a deadhead. He'd come in, he'd be like, you tripped last night? I'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, how about you just run trays and I'll take care of the warehouse tonight. I'd be like, okay, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna
appreciate you, good
4
sir.
donuts in the break room that expired 4 days ago.
Yep,
they're blue. Blue food's cool. You ever think about how cool blue food is?
Yeah.
That's my favorite foods. When it comes to like candy and stuff, give me the blue. I want the blue.
Right? Yeah. And it's usually blue raspberry.
Which is great. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a blue raspberry? Me either.
Ooh.
No, I don't think I've ever had it. Have you ever seen one? Do they exist, or is that just an artificial
I feel
flavor?
Like yeah. So before
just the flavor
raspberries
blue?
turn red, I think they're black.
Yeah, so we're.
But maybe it's a dark blue.
Sounds like we're getting told lies.
Ooh, are we uncovered? Like, did we just uncover something?
I think this is Monsanto for sure.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
That
there's
does make
Monsanto written all over it.
Oh, did all the raspberries used to be blue, and then Monsanto redded them up?
Exactly.
These motherfuckers.
It's a Mandela Joseph Stalin.
Mandolin. It's pronounced mandolin.
Is the mandolin effect?
Mandolin effect.
That's me in the corner.
Yeah.
That's me in the spotlight.
Losing my religion.
Seen a blackberry or blueberries.
Yeah.
Guys,
Blue raspberry.
wow.
I have seen blueberries.
Cracked the matrix a little bit
We
just
did
now.
a little bit. We broke it.
That thing worked. Hey man, have you ever seen a blueberry? No, man. Me either. Yeah.
This is the clip where we tag Student in Glass for sure. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank y'all for that.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to
cool.
the Stoney
I
Baloney
feel
podcast.
like that was a sufficient intro.
good.
yeah, that's a good intro.
We got like 4 minutes left.
Yes.
All right, Herb, let's all tell these
Yeah,
stories.
wrap these stories up.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell me your story as fast as you told me your phone number earlier?
682-241.
We're going to have to bleep that out when we had it.
You'll be fine. I didn't say anything.
Wink,
Yeah.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Is that why you never responded to my text?
I did. I sent you I'm the worst at the worst at drive texting.
No,
Like,
you're fine.
in the way.
Well, I
Good.
figured that you
He said,
have
"I'm not that big."
that you have like quiet mode turned on your Instagram messages and stuff.
No.
So I was like, let me just get his number. I feel like you're not
Yeah.
checking your DMs that much.
No, I just smoke and then I look at things and I'll reply in my head and then go back out and be like, oh shit.
Man, I took care of all that shit. Yeah, I know.
Got a lot of stuff done today.
I already did that podcast. That was me before I came. Didn't I already do that? I think I just got back.
We're doing another one? Why are we doing it again?
Yeah, I guess I'll be there. No, my story happened pretty recently. I had like some chest pains.
Oh,
And then
this was recent?
Oh, it was really recent.
Oh, that's excellent.
I got like fish oil and everything now, but like it's. I started work. I like went and I got health insurance recently, so I've been going to the ER whenever I fucking want to now. Like anytime something's wrong, I'm like,
Just as a flex.
absolutely, yeah. It's like if you got it, you got it, type shit. And then
They love when you do that, by the way.
oh,
The ER loves it when you do that, when you come in there for minor scrapes and bruises.
ER people shouldn't know your name. That's not something that they should. Oh, hey, Mr. Garcia.
Yeah.
They shouldn't. Oh, hey.
Oh,
You know, it's first and the 15th. Whatever. Anyways. I was like, I'm going to get. I always like smoke before I go to the gym. But I took this pre-workout, and I hadn't taken the pre-workout in a while. I hadn't worked out in a while. I was like, we got to get back to the gym because I had heart pain the night before. I was like, we're going to get back in this shit. And then I got ripped, took a concentrate hit, and then I took the pre-workout. And on the way there, I like remembered. I was like, oh shit, you woke up last night and had like a minor heart attack. I'm pretty sure you did. So I called my girlfriend, and I was like, hey, you got it. I might go to the hospital. I'm like on pre-workout and ripped though. So, and she's like, I told her that. She's like, yeah, maybe wait. I was like, I'm going to go like sit sauna and try to sweat this out a little bit. And then I'm going to make my call because it's kind of hurting still. And then I go in and I sit sauna. And I'm like, okay, I do 2 minutes. I was like, okay, that was a bad idea. I shouldn't be in there. And
yeah, that just elevates all of the things you're experiencing,
Right.
like to the max.
oh, it was the worst.
Oh god,
I like sat
It's like
in
you're
the-
too high on LSD and you go sit in the hot tub. You're like, this is a good idea. No, you're going to
No,
boil your
it's
spine.
not.
We're on the LSD
Yeah.
store that butt. Things about to get weird.
Whoa. I'm like in the LA fitness locker room, like having what I think is a heart attack. And I'm like, I can't tell any of these old men that I'm having a heart attack because they're like, yeah, me too. They're going to be so mean about it.
yeah,
They've been having heart attacks since
Right.
73.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like just one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
walk it
chest
off.
hurts. Cool. See you on the bench press. You know? And then I was like, okay, I'm going to the ER. Still so high. I was like, you got to go to the ER, dude. And I get there, and they're like, there's like 40 people in line, and none of them are speaking English. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm behind a bunch of like immigrant workers. This is what the situation. I went to a bad hospital, not the best one to go to. I should have went out to like the Westlake. I'm thinking, sitting there going like, I'm having chest pains. I like, do you cut the line? But then like white guilt got me. I was like, you deserve to be here. So I just like stayed there. And then
did they put you in a wheelchair? Did you say you were having chest pains?
I did. Once I got to the front and told them I was having chest pains, they're like, right this way. We got to get you checked out right now. We're going to take a picture of your heart. And then they go, well, your heart is fine. Your heart's fine. You're probably having a panic attack. Do you ever have anxiety? I was like, no, I'm a pretty chill dude. Like I think I'm having a heart attack. Other than that,
I'm pretty anxious about my heart exploding.
I'm pretty groovy. Other than that, because I know you need that thing, you know. And then you might be having a heart attack. And they sent me back out into the ER waiting room. They're like, yeah, we think you were just having a panic attack. And they're like, yeah, go out there where everyone is in panic.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Go out there, but also
bubble.
where everybody else is having like legitimate things going wrong that you can like watch and absorb in your panic attack.
No, we think you're just really having a lot of anxiety. And I go out there, and then like a man comes in. He has like a nail gun under his arm. I'm like, oh yeah, you might be having a minor anxiety attack. Like an old lady comes in, her neck's torn open from a car accident, and then like the nursing home people show up because she broke out apparently, and there's like 15 men in white lab coats just like, that's our patient. I'm like, okay, I'm having an anxiety attack. And like two fentanyl queens start yelling at each other about who is responsible for the baby daddy's overdose in her house. Talking about how they're going to pull up with guns right now. I'm going to call my people. I'm like sitting here. I'm like, oh, I see the light. I'm like, this is the worst place ever. All the while there's like Virgin Mary's altars at the hospital.
Can you imagine if you did just actually fall out and die like in that moment? God damn.
I was having an anxiety attack.
What an awful way to go.
Yeah, it turns out that feels exactly like a heart
attack.
It
does. Absolutely. It's some horseshit.
That's bullshit.
It is. It's fucked.
It's like the side effects of just smoking weed were the same as COVID. Remember that?
Surprise.
Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah,
I can't even
that's
smoke
fucked
weed.
up. Yeah.
Can't taste anything, man. Can't taste anything, man. I'm coughing, dude. Like freaking out every time I had anxiety attacks.
Every time I
smoked
stoned?
weed.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Oh man, my chest hurts.
What's that called when you're always like worried about if you have a disease or something?
Hypochondriac. Yeah, I'm one of those for sure.
I used to be like that too.
Yeah.
I've definitely gone to the hospital. This isn't my story, but I've taken myself to the hospital a couple of times, and it was like the same thing where they took me in on chest pains, and then they did like I don't know, where they put all the fucking shit over you. I forget what that test is called. EKG test.
Yeah.
I've had like 2 or 3 of those done. And same thing. And I didn't have health insurance. That's part of why I have medical debt and bad credit is because I've been so high that I've taken myself to the hospital with no insurance.
Hey, it's really, once they
and
tell
they send you a big bill.
They tell you like you're not having a heart attack. Your health is really hard. You're like, oh, that's really fucking cool. I like to know that.
I appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
How much did that cost?
Like $4,000.
You put Post-it notes on my nipples and shocked me. $4,000.
I know the electric bill isn't that much for what you just did.
Some
That's
better
impossible.
jerk me off.
Seriously, with their butthole.
Like in the 50s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When
The best part
would jerk you off.
I should have known when I walked in. Oh, this is the end of it. They had like 2 altars, like Catholic altars to the Virgin Mary. And I was like, oh shit. These doctors believe in God. I was like, I don't want, I'm here for science. It's like a weird situation to be in. You're like, also, I think like the weird thought of like, I think the Virgin Mary has better things to do right now. I think she's a busy lady. Like, I don't think the hospital in Austin needs her attention right now. I don't know. That was strange to me. I was like, you need her a statue? She can't even get up and go.
Do you think she's still a virgin?
Mary?
Yeah.
No, I heard heaven's pretty tight.
But Mary isn't.
Yeah.
Oof.
Airtight.
Whoa. The studio's gonna burn down now, dude.
Good. we needed a little insurance check, isn't that right?
There's no way that Mary was really an immaculate reception. If you came home from this podcast and your girlfriend was like,
no, the
I'm
immaculate
pregnant.
reception was what the doctor did.
Oh, you're pregnant? I'm single. That's crazy. That's nuts. Big news day, huh?
Isn't that weird that both of those things happened at the same time?
Read all about it. Yeah, no, I think there's something to it. I think that
If y'all weren't fucking and
immaculate
she got pregnant,
conception-
come on.
Right. Do you think it was the Anunnaki?
Ooh.
This is a podcast with
The
Do I look like Eli? What's
the
going
Anu
on?
knock me up.
I read your mind when you before you said it.
I barely got it out, and you're like,
I did like it.
I pull a full Cat Williams. I'm like, I've actually been wearing this chain right here. It's one of the Anunnaki symbols.
I've read 3,000 books on the Anunnaki, and that was just last week.
I'm on book 45 of the day.
I'm a voracious reader.
why did he turn into Colonel Sanders? I do declare, I just be reading and reading and reading, yes, sir.
I say, I've been reading the books.
I almost bought a bucket
Takes
of
his
chicken.
hat off. Ooh, Lord, it's hot in here.
When these horses go race?
It's like Foghorn Leghorn now.
Give me a mint jubilee.
Mint Jubilee. The official drink of the Kentucky Derby. I do declare.
That was nice.
Boy. Sorry.
My
Okay, all right.
That was an impression. I mean, of my uncle, but still an impression nonetheless.
Oh, you know the guy.
Hey, you grew up in North
Also-
Texas. You know that guy, too. You
Also,
fucking know that guy.
It was a recent impression. It was very.
Yeah, that was just like December.
We should go to the KFC down the street and order like that. I would like a 3-piece chicken, please. Maybe not. That's not probably the
No, I like it. No, I like that. Yeah,
We should go to Popeyes and do
Yeah.
that.
yeah, we're gonna record it. We're gonna go viral.
Can we all dress up like Colonel Sanders and do this one day?
Yes,
That'd be great.
and
them
just
out.
go anywhere but KFC to order fried chicken.
Just get a group of comedians to like Colonel Sanders flash mob a KFC.
no, not KFC. We have to go to any, like literally any chicken place. Like we have to go to all
Any
churches,
fast food place.
churches,
You just at Lucy's
Popeyes,
chicken, spitting it out and saying,
fucking-
"This isn't fried chicken."
I'll show you, friend. Then just pull out a bucket of KFC, and then you eat KFC dressed as Colonel Sanders in a different chicken place. That's how you do it. Yeah,
I'm down. That sounds like a fun bonding
I'm
experience.
down. No, we're doing it now. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna find out how much Colonel Sanders costs.
What if we did like a food review segment for Good Evening News and we went and filmed that like we
That's
were
fun,
we're reporters and we're
Colonel Sanders saying, "Who made this chicken? This is some mighty good chicken."
now for the weekly food review, and it's just 26 Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders?
Just hard pan to a guy dressed as John Schneider from Papa John's saying the N-word.
Yeah, but that's Cam. We get Cam to do that part.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. In whiteface, obviously.
Whiteface. Whiteface saying the N-word is, I think that's pretty funny. The layers there, insane.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. I think that might, if you do that, I think the quantum computer would turn off.
Yeah, that's how you shut it down.
Exist.
That's how we shut it down.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice. That thing works.
It does. It does. It's already loaded again. Is the dangerous thing.
Oh, Lord. Who's next?
I like how when we told each other what the stories were, you were like, one time I got too high to go to the ER, but you still went to the ER. And my time, I told you that I got too high to go visit my grandpa at the nursing home, but I did still go do that, even though I knew that I shouldn't have. But I was on acid, and it felt like the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Start reminiscing about your family. You want to be a good person again. You're like, I know how I'll be a good grandson. I'll go visit that guy who I used to steal money out of his wallet and cigarettes when I was smoking crack. That's what I'll do.
Well, I'm deeply,
On acid.
Deeply
in
high.
the middle of ego death. Yeah, that'll be good.
No, the ego death wasn't happening yet, but
Oh, nice.
Hey, Scott,
You're just
you
fucking-
never went to the nursing home.
Yeah.
You never met your grandfather.
that was just a World War II museum in D.C.
You got arrested at the General Hospital that night talking to strangers in their rooms.
on the set of General Hospital that night.
Talking about that night you drove all the way to California and went to the set of General Hospital and harassed the stars of the show.
Why does Scott?
Grandpa, I feel so bad. I stole money out of your wallet.
Hey, I think we got to let this guy out, man. His ego's completely absolved.
Atoned.
Really cool cop. Guy's in there chanting Ram Dass shit.
He's
He's
I think he's figured it out.
We're gonna drop those charges. He's fine. He's at 1, really.
He's also in cell 1.
If you want to go interview him,
if you could let him out.
detective, the hammer is in a bag and evidence.
The hammer's in a bag and everything.
Speaking of which, someone that I used to work with at the solar panel company just got arrested for murder.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a story.
No, he wasn't like my childhood friend or anything, but
Well, that's good. Yeah, just a coworker. A guy who used to
not
hustle.
comparing.
I used to hustle renewable resources with this guy.
I used to hustle renewable resources. You know, somebody else who's a comedian that I used to work with at that solar panel place, he told me that the SEC is now investigating that company and that they've let like over 20,000 people go in the past year.
Shit.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Some dirty shit's been going on over there.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take care of all those solar panels?
China, probably.
No, like the maintenance, because they need maintenance. You have to clean them. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, are you saying we should start a business? We should get our girlfriends pregnant and we should start a solar panel
I'm
company.
not having a child.
Twins.
No.
Twins for everyone.
Solar panel cleaning company. We just do maintenance on your solar panels.
It's just me with a shirt
We
off.
work in tandem
with a
with
garden hose
solar panel
on
companies
your
that
roof,
sell them,
drinking beer.
and they sell our package.
And we just clean them.
Oh, we just clean them.
Yeah,
clean 'em.
we wiped them down real good for you, miss.
With
Yeah,
vinegar.
we sit up there and smoke blunts. And
That'll be
fucking-
$250
On the roof.
And every once in a while we spray the hose over the edge.
Oh yeah, look, bro. I'm real good.
Over the edge, shoot, thumb over. Pretty clean, Mr. Anderson.
We got this last one just about done.
I could put myself in jail talking about pest control and the times I just
Yeah,
off.
dude.
I
Yes,
just slacked
absolutely.
off, dude. The amount of dogs I almost killed.
Uh-huh.
Children that left poison around. And yeah, man, pest control is wild.
It's crazy. It's crazy business.
So much shit's poisonous. What are you supposed to do? Keep track of it all? Measure it? What are you supposed to do? Measure it? I did not measure. I don't think
It's
anything.
tough. So hard. So hard to measure.
I did
poison.
that. That is enough. Quite a bit.
You were turning on frogs gay is what you're out there doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was the main mission when I joined the team.
Yeah. Was that
was-
orientation? First day they teach you about frog sexual orientation. That's what the orientation is.
Everyone else was
hated
like
that.
not even paying attention. I was like, "Can you go over the part with the frog skin?
Run that back one time.
One more, the frog stuff one more time."
So I'm on acid. I wasn't very close with my family, as you can tell. It's kind of the black sheep of the family, you know? Not really coordinating visits to go see Grandpa. Probably hadn't gone to see him in a little while. And here's the fucked up thing is I didn't think about the fact that my grandpa only ever remembered me like 10% of the time at this point when I would come to visit him. It was like...
Which is fun.
It was like he put all those toxic memories of the household that we lived in for 24 years away in his dementia and just wiped his memory clean of who I was, which is a really weird thing to deal with when you're on acid. You know, that's when the ego death starts happening. When
your grandfather killed it.
when your grandfather doesn't know who you are
He stabbed
anymore.
it repeatedly.
You are no
until
one.
it stopped breathing. Yeah.
Yeah. And it
Who
was,
are
you know,
I don't know,
It-
man.
Like in the war.
but that was something I kind of knew going into it that I'd already had to make peace with and had ego deaths about, not on drugs. You know, when you go there and your family member who you lived with for 20 years doesn't remember who you are anymore. Like, it's something that I already had to like come to terms with. But it was still important to me to go visit him.
Yeah.
And you're still a person hanging out with him at the very least. You know what I mean? Like, so I would still go visit him sometimes. And also, you know, it's not like you couldn't still get wisdom from him and hear stories and shit about him being in the Navy and after the Korean War and living the places that he lived and whatever. So, yeah, I still saw the value in going to see him, even though he didn't know who the fuck I was. It was just something I didn't really think about when I was on acid, how this might affect me, since it already affected me when I wasn't on acid. So that did start pouring on the ego death a little bit. They should have never let me in there. I had fucking the wildest eyes.
That's one thing I can always tell when someone's on LSD.
Yeah.
I can. It's one of those things like, oh, buddy, hey, how are you doing?
Well, yeah, because you still have the you get the psychic energy too. You're like, you can start having like a telepathic communication with them. You're like,
yeah, they glow.
I feel what's happening.
yeah, exactly.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But
it's part of the whole interconnectivity of the drug itself.
Yeah. Yeah, you tap into the mycelium.
Yeah, it's weird to have similar experiences when you're tripping with people too. It's just that weird, like, there's something to it.
I'm afraid to trip in my apartment.
Our brains start wirelessly connecting.
Yeah.
It's fun.
They cut down all the trees by my place recently. I'm like, oh, this isn't the same.
That's not cool.
Oh, that's
fucked.
Windstorm knocked them all over. It's been like they needed to cut them down, but now that they're down, it's like, just see apartments. It's weird. Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah, it's weird. Ruined the whole bungalow.
yeah. So plant new trees.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Plant new trees.
Yeah, let me just stick it out for 13 more years.
Yeah.
Just wait around. Wow, I'm 65 and I can finally trip in my backyard again. Oh shit.
Worth the wait.
Yeah. Did he end up remembering you at all or anything like that?
No, but the rest of my family did when they got there because I didn't know it was his birthday that day and that the family was coming to visit. Because like I said, I didn't coordinate visits with Grandpa. So now I'm tripping at the nursing home with my grandpa who doesn't remember me and my family who does vividly remember me and some of the mistakes that I made. You know?
Yeah, they remember all of the shit you're glad that Grandpa forgets. Every bit of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're just in there repeating things to you over and over again. You're like, what? What? Everything they're saying.
They're trying to get Grandpa to remember actively. Yeah. Like, hey, you remember when?
Get him out of here. Can you kick this guy out? Yeah. But
you can't.
Not only is it people who remember those things, but it's people who can clearly see the thing that is happening right now that I probably shouldn't be doing.
Right.
Like my dad and my uncle, who are avid psychedelic users.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But long story short, nice, innocent, happy glow of an LSD trip where I was like, I'm going to go visit my grandpa. Tell him I love him. Turned into being reminded that I don't exist, and the me that does exist in these other people's minds is someone that you kick out of the nursing home on Grandpa's birthday, because that's what my dad and my uncle did to me.
Yeah.
And I had to, like 24-year-old adult, go home and think about what I had done.
They told you to go home.
I had to leave.
They said, hey, you're too high. You got to get out of here, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You drove?
No, I didn't drive. I had to Uber home.
What? Damn, dude. How many more hours are left in that situation?
Probably a good 6 hours.
Holy shit.
Oh, you were smack dab in the middle of it.
I was peaking. Yeah, it was a good
By
peak.
yourself the rest of the time, or did your family come back and?
Well, I didn't live with my family at this time. This is after Grandpa got put in the nursing home. I went to a different place, and my dad went to a different place.
So it was cool. That
at this time, I was living at like a trap house.
Okay.
So I had to go back to where, me and all my degenerate friends lived, and sold drugs and smoked crack and all that shit, and just go sit in that room and think about the decisions that I had made in my life that kind of got me there,
Right.
Which is always, I think that you told a story recently about taking mushrooms and going to IKEA and having to come home and think about that.
Yeah,
in IKEA
it was.
staring up.
No, I didn't make it to IKEA. I wish I'd gone to IKEA. That was the plan, but I got too fucking. Yeah, that was a lot. That was not the story for today. But
you need more time. I understand.
I do. Yeah, no. We just, it was the one I told a couple episodes ago.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, I did. It was right after I'd moved here. I brought some mushrooms with me from Oakland, from a place that makes them legally, and I didn't know that like they did the same thing to mushrooms that they did to weed, and figured out how you can make them more potent.
Right.
And so I just ate the amount I would normally eat, and we drove. Where we live is an hour away from IKEA. Drove an hour to IKEA, and literally as we got there, I was like, I can't be in public. I was tripping too hard, and so then my wife had to drive me all the fucking way back and deal with the kids. It was brutal.
Oof.
Yeah, it was
Nothing's
nuts.
better than getting home after that, though. After knowing you can't be out in public. Yeesh.
Yeah. Except I also had to just like sit in it because it was right when we moved here and our shit hadn't arrived yet. So I literally was just laying on the floor, tripping my nuts off, just fucking thinking about what a piece of shit I was for
Those are the best.
Yeah, just
Like
a cycle
hours.
of
Just
self-hate.
hours of just loathing, just deep loathing.
Just literally crawling through your mind.
Uh-huh.
No.
So, but my story for today, when I was doing comedy in California, my very first paid booked gig was at a dab bar, which was also the first time I had been to a dab bar, right? Uh-huh. And I had never done concentrates until I moved out to California. I mean, like hash and stuff like that, but I had never had like wax, you know what I'm saying, dabs and shit. So I was, first of all, like pretty new to that experience anyway, but also I was new to comedy. I was only a few months in. And so we went to the dab bar and I met up with one of my buddies who's a comic out there. His name is David. And he is a fucking just like he was doing like hot knives on the fucking stove. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been doing concentrates since they were fucking invented. You know what I'm saying? Like he's oh my God, that level, right? So he was obviously trying to get me, and also he's a comic, so he's trying to fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? He was purposely trying to get me like way too high to go on stage, right?
You know, like good friends do.
Like
Yeah,
you do your
exactly.
friends,
Yeah, precisely, right? So
In
like
one of those situations, it's like being at Get Ripped. It's like, how stoned can I get Mike before he goes back on stage?
and also it was similar to just like a bar. Like everybody gets 2 free like dab rips, and they had like the Puffco thing, and then they had a couple of like, you know, actual rigs with like electric nails and shit like that they would heat up and shit. So there was a bunch of stuff at the bar, and so everybody got a couple free ones, and then he just starts buying me, and it's, you know, it's cheap. It's like $2 or $3 for like or like $5 for like a really, you know, really nice one. So he's just, you know, couple of them,
It's like buying shots. And then, he just keeps feeding them to you.
Exactly. And then they also have edibles, and so he was like, "Oh, take one of these," and just gives me a little, like just a little gummy bear, right? Yeah. I fucking eat. Yeah, it's just a little gummy bear, baby, right? So I eat that shit, and I was up like, I don't know, 7th or 8th on the fucking show, and I was just at that point just like high as fuck, right? And like, and the edible he gave me ended up being like 250 milligrams. It was obnoxious. It was like way too much, right? and I didn't know that until later. But I'm trying to open my phone, and it was literally, I've got a stupid bit I do about it, about how I got so high that it was literally like the first week I had gotten an iPhone, I switched from Android for the first time. Yeah. And the Face ID shit literally would not work because my eyes were so fucking bright red and squinty. It literally it couldn't pick up my face. So I'm sitting there trying to go over my set, and I can't get into my phone, and I'm freaking, like, I'm just anxiety. And it ended up being the first time I ever ate shit and just like bombed super fucking hard because I wasn't like literally never was able to get the fucking thing done until like 30 minutes after my set.
And you probably could have like riffed and just fucked around and had fun, but at that point you're such a panic. That's not happening.
There's no thought.
You're just fucking,
I could remember a bit, you know what I'm saying? And absolutely I wasn't fucking riffing and having fun. It was brutal. It was
coming up
so fucking rough. Yeah.
Drowning.
Yeah.
Those are
yeah, it was gnarly. Yeah, it was real gnarly.
I don't even have it in me.
Yeah.
And you can't bail either. You just gotta soak in it for fucking 7 more minutes. Oh,
and especially at that point, because I was like any gig I get, like you don't fucking, like you're gonna have to stick. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to make the best out of this, because especially at that point, I was like, if I fuck up one thing, I'm done. My comedy's over for forever. Like 6 months in,
not getting booked here again.
No, never again. And I didn't, because literally the next week the COVID shutdown.
The best thing you can do in that situation.
Damn.
Yeah, so nobody ever got booked at that dab bar.
So you had to give everybody plenty of time to forget.
Oh, that is fair. I probably am the only one who gets to remember that moment forever.
You walk in, they're like, everybody, boo you, man.
Yeah.
Boo you.
Fuck you. Yeah.
They have a picture of you up at the fucking place.
Yeah, they're like, this guy.
That's
the
one.
Me and my phone, just like,
yeah. Oh,
they got T-shirts made.
Someone told
Imagine
me,
if I didn't have a stool that night.
Did you sit for that set?
Wouldn't have even gotten up on
Did you
stage.
take a seat for
would
that
you have
set?
went Indian style?
Yeah. I would have just planked backwards. You guys don't stare. Don't look at me. Everyone turn around. Everyone turn around but me.
You guys Blair Witch the rest of the set.
Yeah. Everyone go get a drink right now. Everyone go get something to drink. Someone told me, like, the best thing that you can do in those situations is just say the truth. The first truth that goes, like, well, this is really going great right now. It's like one of the most obvious ones, but like, well, it's kind of cold in here.
But also, yeah,
like
and you can, but also you can get all the way honest. I've had others. I've done a set where I'd eaten some mushrooms and I was too fucked up, and I just mentioned it, and like, the audience is more relaxed with it because they're like, I knew something was fucking weird. Something was weird about this motherfucker, and you're like, no, it is. It is absolutely off, and this is what it is. Yeah. And then also you get that, like, you don't have to be. You're like, everybody. Now everybody does know. I don't have to worry if everybody knows. Yeah. Everybody knows. That's taken care of, and then you can just be fucking weird. I'm weird, and everybody knows why, and that's fine. That's completely fine. It's just when nobody knows why you're being weird.
It's like when you're tripping too hard. If you have a close friend, you're like, I'm fucking tripping. All right, cool. Now I got the secret is out.
All right,
okay, I get to be me now.
Exactly.
Let's get you a beer so you stop looking, you stop gawking at me.
It's good that you gave everybody time to forget, because my family did not forget, and they did not really want me back at the nursing home with Grandpa. And if I was there and they were there, they either were trying to directly kick me out or just making it uncomfortable enough that I didn't want to be there.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been back to that dab bar and done the set, so
hopefully they have dementia.
Maybe they do remember, and that's why. Or maybe it's because I moved to Texas.
Sometimes you want to be forgot. Sometimes you want to be remembered.
Exactly. Yeah. And honestly, it's the same level of feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's the same amount of desire. Like I really don't want anybody to remember this. Yeah.
I think that's more the topic of our stories is ways that I didn't want to be remembered, but now I am.
And now nobody.
Because you're like, the people at the ER know my name, and I'm like, people at the nursing home have a wanted poster for me, and you're like, I'm not allowed at that dab bar anymore.
I've never, you know what, come to think of it, I've never been to a dab bar at all since then. I was in California for like another 6 months, and I never went to another one. I was like, no, that's not
a good hang.
I'll just ban myself.
It's too much. Too much
that
for
is
me.
An opium den.
It is. Absolutely. That is absolutely what is happening there. Yes. Everybody is just, and there's a constant just haze over the whole fucking place. And
hey, dude, I don't like this Sublime song. Can you put some Fish on?
Oh, yeah, it's 311, man.
When you skip from Sublime over Grateful Dead straight to Fish, that's when you know it's a problem. Yeah. That's when it's an issue.
That's an unhealthy
situation. You can't go straight to Fish. You need a fucking... You need a musical palate cleanser.
Exactly.
You need Althea.
Yeah.
You need a 20-minute Althea.
You have to get bored with the Dead, I think, to get interested in Fish.
Right?
Or you need Jerry Garcia to die when you're following Grateful Dead on tour to get interested in Fish. That's what needs to happen.
Hey man, I heard there's these Fish guys, and they kind of do the same thing. Man, we should follow them now.
Yeah, and then have kids with those people.
Yeah.
Oh. Now you have Fish fans.
Fish Deads, Dead Fish.
Ooh.
Oh, should we start a cover band?
Dead Fish.
A cover jam band called the Dead Fish.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm down.
And we just play like
Leonard Skinner
the
songs.
melody to Fish songs with Dead
Grateful Deer
lyrics on it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Absolutely.
Antone's will book that. Far Out Lounge. I can think of 100 places in town.
Yeah. That's fair. All right, we're starting it.
You think we can get a residency at the Continental Club?
Yeah. Tony, can you make that happen?
Tony, look into that for us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We appreciate that.
Pull it up.
Blue-eyed women in brown Jim Beam.
Sign the contract.
Are you playing fantasy football with us this year?
I hate fantasy football. For the first 8 weeks,
that's not an answer to the question.
I'm so like ADHD.
Yeah, can we have your $20 then?
I was so bad at it. It's like a chore after so long. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers are still playing. Every fucking week with these motherfuckers. Oh, I forgot to take someone off my bench, and now.
Bye week. How about bye to this whole process?
And Damar Hamlin, and he's still fucking dead.
And then Phil just drops his whole team.
Yeah.
Why is Damar Hamlin on the IR? Wait, what do you mean he's fucking dead? He's dead
Again?
I'm starting again. He's a defensive player, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm playing a special league. Or we build the defense out too. Micah Parsons is that's the only jersey I have is a Micah Parsons jersey.
You're like, I'm out of names.
Yeah.
The dead guy, Micah Parsons, that's all I got.
And if he gets injured,
John
then
Bon Jovi.
You'll stop watching in week 4. You know what I mean? I'm done now. I'm totally tuned up.
I mean, I love football. I really do. I love live sporting
and
events.
If not, there's some in there.
I'm really getting to understand how much I love live sporting events.
Dude, we should get a crew together to go to a Texas game.
But
Fuck
it doesn't.
that. It's
it
just
doesn't.
like,
does it fully translate for you watching, or you're more just into the live experience?
Yeah, it was like
I mean, it is insane.
Yeah, it's also just so cool. Like my buddy from the UK is over right now, and
the one that did this week's what the fuck?
Yeah. And
fuck you. What's going on? Hey, fuck. What's going on?
It's a communal aspect thing. They go so much more, like they take trains over there too. So like everyone just goes and they get on the train afterward. He's like, it's bloody crazy that we're taking a fucking car to a soccer game or a football game right now. I'm like, no, it's not. Like how else we get Uber, I guess. But he's like, yeah, there's all the soccer stadiums.
He's like, is the
have a
opposing
train
team going to be waiting for us there to kick our asses? I'm like, no. And he's like, what the fuck? Do you guys even like sports?
It's a we don't
Can we bring flares and shoot them off during the game? No.
Right. I want dollar hot dogs and beers at a fucking AAA baseball game. I think that's like, it's fun.
That's America.
I want to go out to like
American.
somewhere in the middle of nowhere, West Texas, and watch a high school football game. I think that would be fun. Or
You're watching those kids play for their fucking life, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You're watching them either hit hard enough to get out of that fucking place or hit hard enough to end up be stuck in that place for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's, you ever watched a 6-man game? You know what that is?
That's like the really small counties.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy because there's like no offensive. I think there's like one offensive line, or if that. Yeah. It's yeah. It's a luxury though. They're expensive. Like I'm excited to go see the Dead live. I think that's going to be an interesting event.
You're gonna have so much fun.
It's also like a spectacle.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear all about your experience.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen the Dead. First time seeing him.
This is my second.
That is a hell of a first time seeing anybody, but especially an experience like that.
It's the Dead and Company. Because you have to be precise. That's also the coolest fucking shirt. That's literally like my that's my brain on a shirt, in a weird way.
They have them on Shakedown Street. It's on the second floor of the Tuscany.
Yeah, absolutely.
So go there and get it. I don't remember who I got this off of. Go see Holy Moly Mischief and Nola Dead and who were the other ones? There's a couple others. Shout out to the others. I'm sorry. I have some stickers for you as well. If you want to look at those and lose all your focus.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I can't wait. My girls doesn't know. I tried to watch the Long Strange Trip documentary with her on Amazon. It's a great piece on the Dead. And I was like, you watch this and you're like, I think you'll maybe appreciate what it is more without even listening to all the music. You'll be like, this is just, they're neat. Like, it's gonna be cool to go see them because this is truly, they're on their last legs.
It's an American experience, too.
Right. And it's also like, as a musical artist, like you should almost know it.
Yeah.
It's like us learning about great comics.
And
like,
the
you should
type
know
of
about
like
this.
musician that she is, too.
Yeah, whether or not
she's very like soulful. And
whether or not it inspires you or it's your type of music, you need to have some understanding of it. Yeah.
You need to experience the Dead, and also I think, dude, the Sphere and the Dead at the Sphere. That you got to experience that too.
And as a businessman, the Dead did it all.
Mm-hmm.
It represents what it's like to be a modern artist more than it did back then because they were so like kind of unrepresented other than the record label, but they were such a pain to them, you know. And then it's
they're a corporation,
right? Leaderless. It's just like
everybody made equal money,
right? And then it's look at the merch. It's like
the branding is insane.
Right? If you can make your brand strong enough,
you
don't have to do less of that work.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have a Selena woman kill you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that sucks.
Why was she staying at that motel anyway? That's the real question.
You know what? Good question.
What's going on there?
I don't know. I imagine where she was performing, like in the small. If it was, I don't know where she was at, but I'd imagine, you know. But man, can you imagine? Have you seen the new motel? The new motel just opened up in town. Like when those things are new. You've been to a new motel?
Yeah, it's a big thing. Yeah,
I've never been to a new motel. I've never been to a new like a shitty motel. Hey, there's a new Super 8 down the street. You checked it out?
I've been to a new Red Roof Inn.
What was that like? Did you get bed bugs?
No, this is when
They come with it, brand new.
That is when I lived at the shithole Roach Motel that I lived at for 4 years.
Oh, so that was a step up.
So I would rent every once in a while when I had a girl, a lady friend. I would rent a room at the Red Roof Inn and go over there.
To impress her, obviously.
Absolutely, there's a pool.
I got Red Roof money, bitch.
Yeah. I'm not told to come back.
You know what I don't like is that I fit in like hotel tubs.
That's
It's
unfortunate.
like this is my new goal. I knew if I
This
That's
is
a
for
killer
me.
roast joke. You look like you fit in a hotel bathtub.
I'll know I've made it when I can take a bath again. Fit in my tub, and I won't have to take trash out. That's gonna be it.
Those are pinnacles. Yeah, absolutely.
Start
Yeah.
my tub and take the trash. Esmeralda. And she'll shoot me in my car.
Hopefully, right?
With a bit of luck, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be you so bad.
All right, so now's the fun part of the podcast. Now that we've gotten you too high to know what the fuck is going on,
Yeah, we went on a
That's my
bunch of
specialty.
tangents.
you
Showed
got to
you some
guess
stickers.
which one of us was lying and which one of us was telling the truth.
Scott was lying.
He went quick, just immediately.
My story does sound more far-fetched.
It does, doesn't it?
He told me it was from San Diego. Unless you just like set up the best lie in the fucking world. Who lied to me? Man, what? Gabe? Trust
Is that where we are now? You're lying to me? Yeah. Well,
it's bright out there.
here's some sad news.
Oh no, you lied. You guys are.
I was
you-
lying.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude! I fucking. Dude, what do I win? Fuck yeah,
stickers.
just fucking.
Oh yeah, you
lied.
gave him the stickers.
I
You
know,
got
that's
you win
exciting.
some stickers.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's good. It was a believable story though. That was
Thank
really
you.
good. I really had a tough time thinking about it. I really did.
Are you
Can't
going to try to
believe-
work your story out for a stage?
I've already kind of ran that one on story before. Man, I can't believe that. Really,
Yeah.
the grandpa thing's
Yep.
not true. Well, I noted some small. I got some small holes in there. I think because I asked you. I asked a double detail question at one point.
Wait.
No. You
Yeah.
misheard.
Wait, what
Because
happened?
you're so stoned.
I am,
was
yeah.
lying.
Yeah, Gabe lied.
He was
Is
telling
this
the truth.
I was
is
telling
this
the
a
truth.
part of the podcast where
Yeah,
you go back and
where
forth? You tell me
we
when
lie
you're
at the end about whether or not
I don't
we're
know
lying.
who's
We're
telling
not,
the truth
we're
at
not
all
lying.
anymore.
We're gaslighting.
Ah,
Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all both got so serious. dude.
No,
Like
I
I
was telling the
sobered-
truth. Gabe was lying to you.
I was lying.
And I said, who lied?
You said he lied.
You said that
I
I
said
lied.
you lied. Interesting.
Or did it? Roll the tape. I don't
Yeah,
fucking
can
know.
we get a
What-
rewind?
Who said? Yeah.
Okay, so y'all feel.
You even just said 5 seconds ago. You were like, "That was such a believable story." To you,
Uh-huh.
Was I right? Did I get it right?
No, you said.
Okay, yeah. You just had to check me.
Nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks,
he's
Tony.
not high. He's
Yeah,
sober.
he's not allowed to smoke because we need somebody who knows what the fuck is
It's
going
crazy.
on.
I just shared my doubt with y'all, and it was enough to make y'all go, "Fuck, I don't even know." Did I tell a true story?
Wait a minute, damn it.
Did my grandpa go to the nursery?
Fuck, I don't even have a grandpa.
Wait, what?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Great. Hey, fun fucking.
Sorry to deceive you. I know this. This is the worst part about doing our podcast is every time afterwards our
Yeah.
friends don't look at us the same
Yeah.
anymore.
You know, I didn't know that
lying
y'all did
son
that.
of a
I
bitch.
didn't know that the lying part was a part of it.
Oh, that's so much fun.
That's so much more fun.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry.
I
I
forgot
thought
the
we.
premise
Yeah,
that y'all do.
I thought we reminded you, but I guess we.
No,
did
I
not.
got
That's
really,
the
really
game.
stoned last time I was
That's
with y'all, and I think I
yeah.
forgot that that's a part
That's
of this.
fucking
Also,
amazing.
when we were
even better.
first doing it,
Yeah.
the game used to be.
Oh, yeah, it was
we
too
could,
much. It was too
yeah, it
convoluted.
was like we both flipped a coin to see if we would lie or tell the truth, right? So
Okay.
we could both be lying, we could both be telling the truth, or it could be one or the other.
Yeah.
But then we changed it to where it's just we flip one coin, either Gabe lies or I lie.
Interesting.
What we're waiting for is when somebody comes to us with a storytelling topic and we get to tell stories of things we did together, and we just tell two versions.
Yeah,
of the same
yeah,
story.
yeah. Eventually, we'll get to a story that's like
Gonna help each other
we.
lie.
Yeah, well, like one of us will tell the true version of that story, and then one of us will tell that story, but
That's
but
great,
as a
dude.
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Unless it's just something y'all actually disagree on.
No, it's really, yeah, that we're just telling. I'm like, no, You're fucking lying.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
You ate an entire box of triple C's
that's
that
the
day.
last episode of the podcast. Is
Blue
us
shirt,
fucking
green
blowing up.
trousers.
Yeah. I love that. I love that a lot.
It was a wizard in the porta potty, and he was doing sound for the Foo Fighters. You know that.
We all know that.
He was dressed like Buddy the Elf.
Oh fuck. What do you want to plug, Phil?
Yeah, plug your shit.
You can do that Works Every Time pod. That's one that me and my buddies do. And I also do What the Fuck is Going On. I'll do a twofer.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check out at Phillip Garcia Comedy, and you'll find both of those things.
Fuck. Yeah.
Do you have like a link tree or something we can put in the description?
Absolutely. I mean, you can really just put the link to my Instagram because I pay for like the link tree to be on my Instagram.
Oh, you've got everything off of that. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, you know.
It is. Yep.
But if you don't have Instagram, you're not someone I want to talk to.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah. Don't
not
waste
at
my
all.
time.
Yeah.
Don't fucking waste my time.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking scourge of society.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Right.
yeah. Get on the internet.
Yeah.
Get your digital footprint out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you? The Unabomber? Get a fucking Instagram.
Yeah. What are you, some kind of domestic terrorist? You better join the club. Yeah.
Because if so, then like, you got a manifesto? You know what I'm saying? You got anything I can read?
Oh, you don't love Big
Yeah.
Brother?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
You've never picked story music
Yeah.
before? You've
What about
never
Big
lived-
Sister? Who used to be Big Brother and then transitioned?
Big Sister? Mother Against Drunk Driving? Is that who that is?
We love women on this podcast.
We love women.
Feminism, science.
We do.
That's what we're all about. All right. Well, fucking thank you very much. This was an absolute blast. That was a fun story. We appreciate you bringing your fun and your joy and your happiness and your stories.
thanks
and
for
your
being
delight.
Phil.
And
Thank you,
then
guys.
thanks for making today another story that you can tell later about a time that you got too high to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what happened. I still don't know who told the truth. All right, thank you guys. Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fucking fist bumps. Ooh.
Yeah.